Good morning. It is the first day of the new year, the first day of January, the first day of some of my new goals, and the first day of JanuWriMo. And you're going to be my accountability buddy for it all. Thank you in advance. Now, I have already done my morning skincare routine, and I did sit down and do my morning pages and the big-ish writing goal, the year-long writing goal of doing like a one-page prompt-esque description challenge. Really, that's all I'm doing, is trying to get rid of white room syndrome. I'm trying to get better at making people see what I'm seeing when they read my stories. So I have now done that, accomplished. I actually put it on my habit tracker. I did not have it there before, but it is there now. And one of the things I figured out is having sort of anchor points that I do every day that have to happen at those certain times of the day, and kind of building some of my new habits off of those. For instance, I feed the dogs every day at 9 a.m. So after I feed the dogs, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to message back all of my friends, and I'm going to do Duolingo. Both are like phone activities that I could do easy peasy while I wait for the dogs to go outside after I fed them. Because those are things I want to get better at. And then at 10 o'clock, I take my medicine every day. And so after that, I'm going to do some like simple, easy yoga. Today is Sunday, so I haven't been up for that long, but usually I'll have been up for a few hours, a couple hours, and have already been working throughout the morning. So it's like a good midday sort of break point. I rest. Yes. The rest of it, I don't have any more anchor points really, so the other myriad of things on my list will have to be with you. For JanuWriMo though, I'm keeping my goal really easy. I've learned to shoot under. So I'm gonna aim for 500 words a day in a closet full of cauldrons. That includes weekends, which it is today. I find that 500 is easy enough to get on the days that I just don't feel like writing. It is just enough to push to, and then I can close the laptop and be like, okay, done in a matter of like 20 minutes if I really need to. But also it's usually a good like motivation point. You know, it's kind of like when you're running and the first like 2-3 minutes of a run are always just like the worst. But then after you've gotten into a rhythm, you're like, oh, this is fine. I like doing this. I'm sure there's an equivalent if you do not like running, but yes. That said, it is almost 9, so it is about time to feed the dogs, and my Hotspurs are playing, and I need to go watch them because clearly how they do is dependent on if I'm watching or not. The chomstress is ready. Let's go. Go ahead, girls. Why did I decide to watch this again? I am pained. Okay, since that game was a disappointment and is still ongoing, I can't believe I waited this long to do my TBR jar system. I need to get better labels for them, but boop. The goal is to pull one from each bottle and read them all throughout the month. And if I don't read them, I have to donate them. Okay, so we have unread, and I'm a little nervous if I'm gonna like it. All of these in theory that are still on the shelves are ones that I still would want to read, you know? I didn't automatically want to get rid of them, but I'm like a little bit more hesitant that I'm not gonna like it now, being potentially years since I first bought it. Half-read books and unread books that I'm really excited about. Okay. Okay, I got Cold Fury. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.2. I swear this book was everywhere at Half Price Books, and I kept thinking it looked so cool, and that's why I was like, oh, I gotta pick it up. Ages ago. The Year of Magical Thinking. Is that the Joan Didion one? Yeah. Okay. And finally, Anti-Goddess, which is actually right here. All right. Now, I have read another Kendare Blake book, which I really liked. I think it was Three Dark Thrones, I don't know. And I have read part of this Joan Didion book, so. Ooh. Yay! I'm so excited. Ta-da! Noodles for a long life, rice for wealth, and then dumplings for good luck.
Who's ready to rope swing?
You may have to do it first.
No, definitely do it first.
Okay, I'm at 513 words, but I'm gonna keep filming because I'm enjoying what I'm writing, so we're just gonna keep going for a little bit longer at least. New year, new tracker to fill out. I forgot that I hadn't done this yet, so this will be quite fun, especially since I just got 1,036 words on A Closet Full of Cauldrons. Hell yeah. Woo. 1% complete. Crushing it. I should point out that that number is technically for the whole year, and I'm going to be adding to these project planner goals sort of like as the months take on, but I feel good. I feel good. And now I think it's time for something totally different. So my personal philosophy on New Year's, and also like my birthday and my half birthday, just like sort of arbitrary times, but that always make me sort of pause and think and reset goals and recalibrate, is to live it doing just everything I want to do, like with the vibes that I want to put into the next year, really. And so the back half of the day was really just more self-care-y kind of things, which is wonderful. A like chilled sort of enjoyment of things. It's also a weekend, so that should be the thing that I'm doing on weekends, is resting and relaxing and recovering and refilling the well and all the other various R-E words. And in like a twist that I wasn't expecting, if I'm being completely honest with myself, I actually managed to check all of the things off on my habit tracker. This is the first time I've used a habit tracker, like, not in full, because I've definitely attempted something like this before, but this is the first time that it feels like I can do it. I feel like I've built up a game plan for things. But having said that, I have done really good with the anchor points of feeding the dogs and then doing my Duolingo and messaging my friends. I've not done great at the 10 a.m. yoga, and I'm starting to think that maybe that one's just not gonna work. I know only 2 days of testing is like not enough time, but it just didn't work. It didn't work. It did not work, okay? And today is more of a work day. It is, if you can hear my partner's TV in the background going, he's watching Bleach. It is more of a work day for me in that it's a Monday, but it's also like the day that most companies are like taking a holiday or whatever, so that's why he's home. And so when he's home, we tend to try and do more stuff together. Home and not working since he works from home. But now that I'm also doing more video stuff and trying to not only hit my JanuWriMo words, but also some revision words, 10 a.m. yoga is just not happening. So I don't totally know what to do about that. But I am doing a step bet challenge that my friend got me involved with, and it is sort of rainy outside, so I'm probably not going to do my steps until later. I don't know why steps are flexible, and I'll still usually get in a walk for the day because I just know that I need it. But something about the yoga, even though I also need it, is just really like not clicking, which is what you were for, my little accountability buddy. Oh, I can check something else off my list. I did just now do my AM skincare routine. It's like 11:30, so it's still technically the AM. We are going to get the 1,000 words now, 500 in A Closet Full of Cauldrons, and then 500 more maybe in A Closet Full of Cauldrons, or 500 in a revision project. We're gonna do that, and then we're doing some fucking yoga, okay? Okay. Oh. There we go. right, 1,590 words. And it is just after 1. And I've eaten lunch, so it is definitely time to do some yoga. My little yoga girls. I feel so zen after that. I don't know why. It takes me so much to actually do the yoga when how I feel after is like incredible. I feel like I breathe easier. Yeah. You like it too, huh? Because you just get to lay around. But now, one of the main like week goals I have is to try out some new recipes, and I want to try out some like vegetarian and like veggie heavy vegetarian dishes. So I'm gonna do a quick search and then hit up the grocery store. Ooh, what calls to me? What are you? I forgot my wallet at home. Thankfully they held my buggy for me. I also just started bleeding again from an injury I got the other day, so that's cool.
Prize, and that prize is Daisy. So Marcos, what's the current state of your dating life? Is it going down in your DMs?
All right, let's see how I'm doing. 10K steps. Fucking done. So that just leaves flossing, no phone in bed, to nighter time. More night? Later activities. PM skincare, same deal, and reading. So I think I'm gonna go do that. It is almost 8 p.m. I got some more video work done earlier, and I also did some outlining. It's really interesting. I meant to say this earlier while drafting A Closet Full of Cauldrons, but before I found the outlining method that worked for me, you know, I always had this misconception that outlining was sort of taking the fun out of drafting in some ways. Like I thought it felt too prescriptive, but now every time I sit down I know exactly what scene I need to write, and yet there are still surprises, which is wonderful. Also, my partner's video game is very loud. I'm about to go join him while I read and drink a glass of wine. So okay, just needed to like share that epiphany. All right, so for the first time ever, with all these various resolutions I've set, I actually did everything. I did them all. I think in part thanks to you, my accountability buddy, but also because I tried this experiment last month and it did not work. And I kept that footage because I thought it was a really good like learning lesson, a nice moment for me to reflect back on the things I do to myself. Yes. And so I want to play that for you now. Roll clips. Today you are going to be my accountability buddy as I get back into the groove after a little weekend away. Today is actually Tuesday, right there. And I have a little list going. I've done one. Now I recognize I probably won't get to all of this, but I would like to get to most of this. Morning pages, Duolingo, walk the pups twice, do my run, do some yoga later in the day. I need to finish chapter 1 of A Closet Full of Cauldrons to send to my brother for our little alpha reader experiment. I realized that under the influence is UTI, so probably maybe don't put it like that again. I already sent this to my brother, actually, the first chapter, so now I gotta work on chapter 2. I have some YouTube stuff to work out. I'd like to make a new to me recipe tonight, or some oven veggies, nighttime skincare routine, and read a chapter of a book. Ever since the Ursula K. Le Guin experiment, I've really enjoyed reading a chapter a night. And sometimes I read a lot more than that. Sometimes I actually only end up reading like a couple pages, but just using that as like a marker has been really, really nice. So that's my list. And sometimes, I don't know what it is, just that first day back into something, I always feel like I need something outside of me to push a little bit. You know, it's like once you have the momentum, it's easy to maintain, but starting can be really hard. So like that's why this is happening, because I need to start. First things first, I think we get to writing this one. I have added 772 words so far to make it up to 2,000. This first chapter I think is going to be about 3,000 words. And as you can see, I actually have like a lot of gaps to fill in. But I did get from the start to the end. So what I think I'm going to do now is take a break, pivot a little bit. My brother did send me the email for Under the Influence, which is awesome. So I'm going to hold out on that as a reward and try to edit a vlog from this weekend. In fact, the vlog that correlates with my brother's feedback. The lava has formed. I am, I don't know, 7 minutes in, about halfway through. I have new sausage, a sleeping bear, and a precious puffy over there. The real reason I did Duolingo. I needed the win. The thing with writing chapters or editing vlogs is I really do them in stages because they take quite a while, and sometimes I just need like that immediate rush of getting something checked off the list. In theory, I could segment out the list a little bit better, like do the first round of edits, do the second round of edits, do the final run through, but this list is already mighty long. Success. All right, we are looking at about half of these items done. And as you are my accountability buddy, normally around this time I would be texting you being like, so I'm not gonna get it all done today. And what you would say is, you always shoot too high, but that's okay. Just try and get it done tomorrow. I'll be like, okay. So that's what I'm gonna do. Frankly, if I could get it done in 2 days, then that would be like ideal compared to the 3 days. That's really what I've been trying to do over time, is move from setting goals that take me 3 days to complete when I think it's only 1 to now just 2 days to complete when once again I did think it was 1. Admittedly, I would like to rewind and take us back to the very beginning of this vlog, where I knew it was too much, okay?
Now I recognize I probably won't get to all of this. This list is already mighty long.
Okay, so you see, I said it from the fucking beginning. I knew that I was setting those goals way too high. And that is something that, like, over the course of this channel, I've really struggled with. The first part was like the years it took me to realize that's what I was doing. In some ways, I guess I thought that I should be able to hit that, and like I thought other people were doing that, so I thought I should be able to. So I had to kind of get over that issue. Then it was now that I've realized it, maybe I can try and set better goals, more achievable goals, like more healthy goals. And that just like didn't work for me for a really long time. And something about watching this clip back where I just routinely said that I knew the goals were too high and like plowed forward anyways, really like alarm bells. That's all I was hearing as I was editing that footage. So I have not made that mistake this time. I feel really good about my non-number resolutions for work. I feel really good about the small number goals that I have for each day. And with the exception of one thing, the yoga, I actually feel like I have a good system set up to kind of piggyback off of habits and like set appointments that I already have. So all of that feels remarkable in a lot of ways for me since cut to last month that I was like completely incapable. The real question is, I don't know what's up with me in this yoga thing. It is astounding that something can feel so good in the moment, feel so incredible after, and I still have an issue getting started with it. Can't explain it. Despite this video more or less being over, you are going to be my accountability buddy for one final thing, which is as soon as I'm done editing this vlog, I am going to immediately go and do my yoga. And I will post in a pinned comment that I did it, okay? Thank you, accountability buddy. But please do comment down below. Let me know how your JanuWriMo goals or your 2023 resolutions are going for you. A closet full of cauldrons is truly everything I could have wanted. I'm having so much fun with it. It is of course still in the early stages where nothing about the story is fighting with you yet. That might be later for the revisions, but right now everything's clicking. And it's magical and wonderful. Please also let me know if there's any systems you've set up that are really working for you to help you achieve these goals. Let me know if you've also been on your personal journey to figure out a good goal setting method. Let me know if you have experience having an accountability buddy, like my friends have been doing with the step bet counter, but also just messaging each other whenever we get our 10,000, 5,000, however many thousand steps. And thank you all so much for watching. I will see you with a new video very soon. Bye.